31. As you can see, they're out right now in the streets of New York, cruising around on their Harley Davidson. And I think they've actually entered the building. Say hello to 75-year-old B and 31-year-old husband.
That's what I can all say.
Get this straight. B is 75. Rusty is 31. That's a 44-year difference in your ages, and you have been married since Rusty was 25 and B was 70. They have some other news to tell us. But first, I think we would like to hear the romantic details. How did where did you two meet? How did you two fall in love? Rusty, why don't you tell us how it happened?
Well, I'll tell you what, I was down in Florida and I had some friends of mine.
Right.
And we were just down on vacation.
Right.
And I've always been attracted to young girls.
Right.
And,
you've always been attracted to much younger girls than you.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I don't think they can appreciate the fun that I just enjoy in life.
Okay.
And I saw her, and I said, let's go over and ask them to dance.
Where did you see them, in a bar?
In the Holiday Inn.
Okay.
And we went over there and asked them to dance, me and a buddy of mine. He was a little optimistic at first. I said, well, come on, let's go there. You know, it's kind of dead tonight anyway. So we went over there and asked them to dance, and me and her got to dancing, and this girl can dance.
Wait a minute, guys. So, Rusty, you became attracted to her and you started to date.
Exactly.
Tell me about that.
Well, I told her about, I've rode motorcycles when I was 16 years old.
Right. Told her you were interested in motorcycles.
And she says there weren't any motorcycles back then, but
right.
I said, I'm going to show you all about them, all about
right.
motorcycles. So we had a good.
What happened when you finally put her on a motorcycle? Was she terrified?
No, she's going, go, 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 go. I'm going.
Tasha's here today because she is both devastated and disgusted. She has an identical twin sister, Sarah, that has gotten involved with a 45-year-old man. In fact, Natasha wrote us a letter about this man. Let's listen to part of this letter.
Dear Sally, please help. My beautiful, gorgeous, divine, identical twin sister is almost married to a 46-year-old man. What's the problem? She's only 19 years old. Oh, good Lord, help me. They started dating when she was 16 years of age, making him what? 43 years old. Sally, he took my twin away from me. She should be starting college, and he should be using Geritol, for Pete's sake. People think she's making out with her grandpa. Sally, please help me. Natasha.
Sarah, the twin, is 19, backstage with her 45-year-old boyfriend, Sam. We'll hear from them. Natasha, you're the one that wrote the letter. You say that this started, I've never heard of such a thing as this, at your Sweet 16 party. He came into the Sweet 16 party and...
Okay.
Sally, listen, here's the deal. We were having our birthday party.
Right.
And he was a friend of my stepfather's. And we had lots of friends there. And he shows up, and we got all our friends there, right? Here we are, we're hanging out. Well, she goes and talks to, like, this 42-year-old man. And I'm like, what's the deal here? Next thing I know, they're asking each other to go to the movies and dinner, okay? Well, after a couple days, I'm like, what's going on, Sarah? She says, oh, we're just friends, we're just friends. Well, you know, one thing leads to another. Next thing you know, she's 18 years old. She moves in with him. I'm like...
Now, Natasha, you've said the whole family is really disgusted by this. What's going on? Has it torn the family apart?
In a way, my mom, at first, she was, oh, God, she was bitter. She hated it. She didn't, but like I said, Sarah, you know,
Worked her magic, and now she's resigned, right?
Well, yeah, pretty much. But my grandparents do not accept it, not at all.
Have you told your sis, nothing's closer than a twin, have you told your
Right.
sis how you feel?
Yeah, I have. I've told her many times. She doesn't, you know, she has this defense thing. I love him, and we're going to be together. And they're thinking about marriage, and it's just like, hey, well, you know.
Now, we've been told that when they go out, people really stare at the
Oh, my
difference.
God. Well, listen, one time we were out at a restaurant, and he drives a bus for high school kids, right?
For a
We're in a
living.
restaurant. But listen. Now, listen. So some of these high school kids come up to us, and they look at Sarah, and they're like, Sam, who is this? Your niece is really cute. And Sam's like, no, this is my girlfriend. And they're like, no, really, who is it? One of the high school kids? He's like, no, this is my girlfriend. And they were like, yeah, sure, Sam. I mean, stuff like that. Like the one, I was so embarrassed. She took him to a high school dance one time. And listen, people thought she was dancing with the janitor. I mean, I'm not kidding you.
All right, let's bring out 19-year-old Sarah and her 45-year-old
You guys
lover
are
Sam.
bad.
Find out what they have to say. You say that Sam is the love of your life.
Yes,
Tell me about your relationship.
Me and Sam started out totally platonic. I mean, it was a friendship relationship, but it grew and it progressed into a beautiful kind of fairy tale. We're so happy together. We're very, very happy together. I mean, he doesn't hit me. He doesn't do drugs. He's not a bad guy. He supports me
And he's got a
financially.
job.
Yes, he's got a job.
He's got 3 of them.
He's got 3 of them.
Sam, let me get this straight. You were divorced. You're 42. You were 42 and divorced, and a friend of the family. What would make you think it was all right to start a relationship with a 16-year-old?
Well, it kind of started out as an accident. It started out as a dare, because we were sitting in a restaurant having coffee with her mother, her now stepfather at the time, my friend, and Sarah and I, and
Who dared you to take her out?
Me.
This Gail, and she has an 18-year-old daughter named Christy, and she feels that Christy's about to ruin her life because she's marrying 40-year-old Roger. Now, wait. How old are you?
I'm 35. He's 5 years older than I am.
He's got a son. He has a son as old as his wife or younger than his wife? Anyhow.
She's 10 days. His son is 10 days younger than my daughter.
Now, they are backstage and they'll be out in a minute. Tell me about your relationship with your daughter. You got divorced and she went to live with her dad. According to you, she got weird. What was weird about her?
Well, up until about a year and a half ago, Christy and I had a very good relationship.
And then a year and a half, it broke down.
Yeah, I knew the first time she had sex. I nursed her through her first hangover.
Right?
And all of a sudden, she doesn't like to follow rules. And when
Right.
the rules started coming down on her at school,
She
and
didn't
at
want to
home,
follow the rules, so get out of school and get out of mother's house.
Uh-huh.
Is that why you think she's marrying Roger?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is wrong with Roger?
What is wrong with Roger? Well, number one, he's 40 years old.
Okay, what else?
22 years younger than my daughter.
she's only known him a few months, right?
Right.
And they're already getting ready to get married?
Yeah.
Now, you have said he is basically a liar. What has he lied about?
Okay, I can't prove that he's lied about things, but he's told me a lot of stories, Sally, that just don't ring true. I mean, he's told me, well, I used to be a major CEO or an executive with this major company, and because I didn't believe the way they treated people, I just walked out. And I have all these thousands of dollars worth of rings and jewelry that people are holding for me, yet they don't own a car. They live in what is basically a flop house for vagrants. If you have all this jewelry, sell some of it and get my daughter into a decent home.
He has said his house burned down and it was an $850,000 house.
He told us he had a $185,000 home that burned to the ground. He can't get the insurance money because something about a trailer frame floor was in it and they don't want to pay him. He has to have an 18-year-old to believe his nonsense. Because a real woman, a grown
You are
woman's
going to
gonna
try
find
and
out you've got
convince
problems.
her not to marry her 40-year-old lover. I don't know if you'll get your wish, but let's bring Christy and Roger out and hear what they have to say. Christy, when you met Roger, you knew how old he was, right?
Pardon me?
I asked Christy if when she met you, did she know how old you were?
Not at first, no, but before we got together, yes, I did know how old he was.
Okay. How do you feel about what your mother said?
I don't think it's right because she doesn't know him. You don't know him the way I do. You don't live with him. So who are you to tell me what he's going to do?
Who am I? I'm the one that gave birth to you. That's
But
who
you
I
don't
am.
know him.
I don't have to. He's with a little girl, an immature little girl.
You don't even hardly know me. You're not around long.
I don't know you, and I'm not around. I've been around for 18 years.
You've been around for 18 years?
Just a few short months ago. How did you two become an item?
A friend of ours brought me up to her house one night after I got done work, and we had a lot on our mind when we first seen each other, and we've been together 2.5 years.
I don't mean to get personal. Do you function like other couples?
Just like everybody else.
18 children. And you have 40 grandchildren?
Mm-hmm.
And you have a 23-year-old lover? Is that called robbing the cradle?
Yes.
Oh, it is. I think she told us they were together 4 years or 4.5. I'll have to ask her. Do you think they are together? Yes. Come on out, Beatrice.
I just go out. Right here?
Beatrice, it's so good to see you, but you're all alone. What happened?
Well, the kids chased him away when I was in the hospital.
You were in the hospital? Oh, what a beautiful picture
love
of
it.
him. And your children chased him away?
Yeah.
Why did he leave you?
Well, he'll be
First of
back.
all, how long was it?
About
long?
5 weeks I was in the hospital.
No, how long were you together?
4 weeks. 4 years.
4 years
Yeah,
together. I was right. Now, you're how old now?
74.
And he's
24 right now.
24 right now. Is your heart broken? And why did your kids do this?
They're jealous.
Is that it?
Yes, they are.
Do you want him back?
Yes, I do with all my heart.
Okay, this is your chance. Look in the camera and make a plea to Darryl, 23 years old, to come back to you.
You want to see the picture?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh,
Just look
where do
right
I
in the
look?
camera over there, Beatrice.
Daryl, please come back to me. I love you with all my heart. I want to spend our life together.
It must be very sad for you. This is Patty and Joe, and they're still together, and that's good news. Patty, I hear you're very jealous of your sister.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Do you think he still is having an affair with your sister?
No. If she had it her way, probably, because
she has the
I got to tell the
him.
truth about. So, see, Joe. I don't care what anybody says, but see, Joe is a type of person. He's very. He's like me. He likes his sex, and like the other day, we had sex all day long.
You had sex all day long?
All day long.
How was it?
Real good.
Wanted to make sure we got that clear.
I'm the one I had to, Sally, I had to tell him, Joe, give me a break. I had to tell him.
Joe, give me a break.
Right. That's...
So, okay. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
Yes, I want everybody to know that I love this man for what he is.
We'll be right back. Gilday, you're on the spot. What do you think of what you've heard today? I mean, this is is a can of worms here.
Well, first of all, let me tell you that this has been studied across many different.
In front of my husband.
No, you're sitting there plotting. She moved out of her husband's way.
Gee, on over there. She's sitting right in front of my husband's face, you know.
Patty and Joe, calm yourself. Go ahead.
Calm yourself, sir.
Dad.
This has been studied. The age differences has been studied across many different cultures by anthropologists for many years. And what we have found, although everybody is different, what we have found is that younger women prefer older men for their power and wealth and money. That's not Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And younger women prefer, and older men prefer younger women for their